change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Van Orden, and I've got a really fun treat for you today. I'm leaving my house and I'm going to do a trail run, which I've done hundreds if not thousands of times on the trails behind my house. But this trail run is going to be special because about 2.5 miles away from here is the Appalachian Trail. And for those of you that have been following Scott Jurek's run or attempt to break the record on the Appalachian Trail, the speed record, in a couple hours he's going to be passing right behind my house. So I'm going to run from the house up to the AT and then run south to intercept him and then turn around and maybe run with him for a couple hours.
Hey everybody, I am running in my backyard with Scott Jurek behind me on his record-breaking attempt of the Appalachian Trail. And it looks like he's on schedule to do it. And what's your goal, Scott?
Well, anything under the record, I guess, is the goal, but I'm hoping if all goes well, I should be in the 54-day range. We'll see.
54 or 45?
I'm sorry, 45. Not thinking very clearly out here.
So how many days have you been out so far?
I think today is 32 or 33.
What's been the most challenging part of the trip so far?
Most challenging is probably just the mental challenge of just getting out here and doing this day after day. I mean, I don't know if people realize it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. I mean, finishing each day, whether it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night or sometimes 1 in the morning, and then turning around mentally being like, oh, so amazing, I feel so relieved to be back and finished, and trying to celebrate the day, but then at the same time I'm thinking to myself, wow, 6 hours from now, 7 hours from now, I gotta do the same thing again. That's the hardest thing I think mentally, is just every day waking up and doing 50 miles. It's huge.
Have there been days when you woke up and you wanted to quit?
There's always thoughts like that. But you don't let them persist. You don't let them hold on. You go through ranges of emotions out here and feel all kinds of things. And the main thing is you got to keep it tight and keep it buttoned down. You got to keep rolling forward, putting one foot in front of the other. And that's the name of the game, you know. It's a lot like life. You're going to have crappy points and highs and lows, and it's finding the strength from within to keep pressing forward.
Do you have any techniques or tools that you use? Meditation or anything you say to yourself when you find yourself stuck and stop?
I've utilized a lot of things over years, from breathing to meditation, but for me, I just try to focus on my breathing. I use music, as you can tell, it's playing now, just to kind of get in a groove. And sometimes it's just try not to think, you know, and try not to get overwhelmed with what I got to do next, how far I've got to go. Just take it in little pieces.
So what inspired you to do this?
Well, I've always wanted to do one of the National Scenic Trails at one point in my career. And I'm at that point in my career, I'm 41, and you don't want to do this when you're too young. It can really transform your body. So I've been waiting to do one of these, and the Appalachian Trail is the oldest National Scenic Trail. It's got so much history, there's so much social aspect with the thru hikers, and it just seemed like the right one. And probably the toughest damn trail there is in terms of long distance.
Yeah.
What section has stood out for you so far as the toughest?
Oh man, they're all tough. I mean, there's easier bouts, but I guess the toughest on me was the Smokies, and even though I love that section, it was one of my favorites. Smokies and then North Carolina, Tennessee, you know, it caused my knee problem and quad both to have a pretty sizable tear and almost knocked me out of the whole thing.
Oh wow. How did you heal from the tear?
I had to basically walk it off, do as much as I could to ice it. I just walked for 2 days, 37 miles, 39 miles. And the day that it happened, I got a 31-mile day. So I've been trying to build back ever since. That's the 58-mile days.
Okay.
55-mile days, 54-mile days. Just, I just gotta hold everything together. Things are feeling good, and looking forward to heading into the Whites and in Maine.
So tell me how a vegan diet has helped get you here to this spot, or do you think it has?
Yeah, I mean, it's the most important thing is recovery. I think longevity in the sport is key. I would never be here if it weren't for looking at my diet and taking a close look at that. A lot of guys and gals, you know, burn it up, have great seasons for a few years, and then don't. And I think the diet is a really key aspect of longevity in sport and life. Day to day, you know, it's hard to say. Not gonna lie, like some people say, oh, well, you must notice. I don't notice that much difference day to day, other than the fact that for me, day to day means recovery, and I bounce back quicker. And bouncing back quicker, not being sore, is critical out here.
Yeah.
It's the name of the game. You're always thinking about recovery, always thinking about what you can do, so diet plays a huge role in that.
So run us through what a day is like dietarily out here. What'd you have for breakfast?
I just eat food, man. I eat a ton of freaking food. I mean, it just varies.
So it doesn't matter, just calories.
I mean, breakfast was a smoothie, some muffins that somebody had made and brought out to the trail. I just eat whatever they put in front of me. And I eat a lot of vegan junk food. I think people don't realize when you're out here, I eat meat substitutes, I eat cheese substitutes, anything to put on sandwiches. It's just, sometimes you just gotta get it however you can.
Yeah.
I drink down pints of vegan ice cream, coconut milk. I pour olive oil on all kinds of, lather avocados on things. There's tons of fat, you know. It's the only way to get the calories I need, because I can only chew so much. Had a bunch of toast lathered in coconut oil with nutritional yeast and salt. So it goes down really well.
You feel that fat is your primary source of calories out here?
Probably if I were to add it up, percentage, but you know, you gotta get carbohydrate. I eat a lot of sports food, so I'm doing the Cliff Shots, Cliff Blocks, some Cliff Bars, and you know, those things, as much as you get tired of them out here eating them day after day, they're easy to suck down.
Yeah.
And carbohydrates still is probably a big percentage of calories, but when I eat meals or when I eat real food, it's probably a higher percentage fat.
Okay.
Use the sport foods. You know, I've been doing a lot of, whenever my crew can find curry or Thai food, do a lot of coconut curry with rice, and my wife usually adds another quarter cup of whole coconut milk just to keep the calories flowing.
There's a Thai food restaurant in Williamstown. You want me to go get you some and meet you up there?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Meet you later?
That would be amazing. Vegan pad thai and
Yeah.
some type of Penang curry or whatever. Like, cooking a curry with tofu. Yeah, those things are hitting the spot because in part too, food is connected to culture and social. So for me, anything I can get that reminds me of home, or you definitely get homesick out here.
What do you miss the most?
I probably miss my couch the most, to be honest. I don't know, the only time I lay down is when I put my head down to sleep at night and eat, put on my Normatec and do recovery, put my ice on, and I just never seems like I'm in the bed or laying flat for 30 minutes when in reality it's, hours. But that and probably sleep. I miss getting enough sleep. It's just gotten real used to functioning on 5 to 6 hours because a lot of times that's all I have. It's like, do I take an extra half hour, 45 minutes to eat, or do I take that extra half hour, 45 minutes to sleep? And that's the toughest decision sometimes at the end of the day. What's going to be more important? And 9 times out of 10, I choose eating.
Now, do you find that you're little pink newt? Do you find that you're getting stronger or weaker as you go? Or just kind of maintain it?
I definitely have been getting stronger for sure. You go through waves. Times in the day, it takes me a while to warm up, but once I warm up, like right now, midday, I feel really good. And usually I'm a morning person, but I found myself, I'm stronger as the day goes on.
Now, how do you think age plays into this? Do you think it's a disadvantage or advantage right now?
For this kind of stuff, I think I'm the perfect age. You gotta have experience, you gotta have a base. There's a lot of elements that come into play. You have to have the mind, more importantly, and if you're young and you have the mind for it, great, but it just varies. Everybody's a little different.
So, okay, doing what you're doing now, how do you think you would have approached Western states differently and your training differently if you were to start that training now at 41, knowing what you know?
I don't think I'd change anything, to be honest. For me, I'd probably keep it the same. I have no regrets with that and how I perform there, Of course, competition and always gets, there's new young guys, there's new blood all the time, and but you can't look back, only look forward.
Speaking of looking forward, do you see anything else in your future of endurance, or is this it? Is this your last hurrah?
This might be one of the last biggest things I do. I've always wanted to do another 24 hours, see if I can get my American record back and take a stab at the world record. But right now this is all I can focus on, and I got to get this one in. And it's a good one to end on for sure. So we'll see.
And as far as pride and accomplishment, how does this compare to what you've already accomplished? You've accomplished extraordinary things.
How will this hold up? This is on epic proportions. There's no comparison. It's by far the biggest, hardest, badass thing I've ever done.
And one last thing. Anybody out there that wants to step out there and try something extraordinary, any last advice?
I think you just gotta, get over that mental hurdle. Go out and do it. Do something, start off with smaller chunks, gain confidence. And if it means getting off the couch and taking a lap around the block, or if it means getting out there and hiking some mountain that's only a mile long and then graduate, but you got to get out there and put yourself out there. That's the biggest thing, and have people around you that motivate you and inspire you.
Scott Jurek, going for the AT record. Scott, how do they find you and follow what you're doing?
The best place probably to follow is you can go to my Facebook page, Scott Jurek. And, on there, I've also got the link for the DeLorme tracker, so you can do that, or you can go to the direct Explore DeLorme site, and you can follow me there. But that's where I've been posting stuff, so.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Check him out. It's extraordinary.
little plug for Scott's sponsors here. Powered by donuts.
Whoa, I turned the battery there.
Vegan donuts.
Vegan donuts. I'm almost back to the house now, and I've been having lots of thoughts about my little adventure this morning and how when I woke up this morning it was rainy and windy. It was one of those days where I didn't want to go outside. I definitely did not want to run, and running is very challenging for me now with my injury. And yet, knowing that I could bump into Scott made all those things inconsequential. Normally, a day where he's like, I'll wait until it clears up, or maybe I'll do a spin bike workout. But when I had something to look forward to, the weather was of no consequence. It didn't even factor in. It's like I would go run to see Scott regardless. I don't care if it's lightning and thunder and 5 feet of snow coming down per hour. I'd still get out there and do it. So that makes me think of a tool that you could use to help get yourself out the door on those days where you really don't feel like doing it. If you create some fun adventure for the workout, if you create some destination, something that really lights you up or excites you, whether it be a scenic vista or a fun conversation you might have or some neat destination or restaurant or social gathering that you could run to rather than drive to, then you're probably more likely to get out there and do it when the obstacles of life show up, like bad weather, things like that. Now, again, today I would have gotten up and done this run regardless of how I felt, regardless of the weather, all the things that would normally slow me down. Today, didn't even think about them, didn't even notice them. So the next time you find yourself stuck, give that a try. Create some fun, exciting adventure that you can move towards during the workout, not just at the end of a long training cycle, like a race, but at the end of the workout. All right? Hope to see you soon. Love you guys. Bye. It's about action. It's about getting engaged. It's about being willing to take a risk, being willing to have a little bit of discomfort, being willing to step a little bit outside of your comfort zone, just a little bit.